Hi everybody, my name is Jared and I am a Master Mason in the state of Mississippi in the United States of America. And today's viewer's question is, this lodge, Blue Lodge, only goes into the 3rd degree Masonry, but I have seen other videos claiming that it goes all the way up to 33 degrees. How do you achieve that? Well, that's a good question. I can understand why you might be confused about that. Is your lodge only does the first 3 degrees, but maybe is some other lodge better than that, and they go all the way to 33 degrees? And how does that happen? Well, it's actually a little easier to understand than you might think. So the Blue Lodge, as we call it here in the United States, or the Symbolic Lodge, as it's more commonly referred to, is based on the 3 degrees that were familiar to the stonemason guilds, the operative masons, all those years ago, and even still today. So those 3 degrees are the entered apprentice, the fellow craft, and the master mason. So that is what the 3 degrees of Freemasonry are, and I don't care what sort of honor has been bestowed upon you past being a Master Mason. There is no Freemason higher than that of a Master Mason. And you may have been distinguished and honored by becoming the Master of a Lodge, or perhaps even the Grand Master of a particular jurisdiction, of a Grand Lodge. Maybe you have joined other appendant bodies and received all sorts of titles and things. But I would always argue in the case that the Master Mason is the highest of all degrees, and from there we simply extend our knowledge rather than go above our knowledge. So what we're talking about here is the appendant bodies to Freemasonry, and there are way more appendant bodies than I could ever possibly remember. There are people out there who know those, but I have tried to research them before, and it just racks my head thinking about all of the different appendant bodies of Freemasonry. So what is an appendant body? Well, it is an organization that is based on Freemasonry, nearly always requiring that you be a Master Mason before you can join this appendant body. And from there they sort of have a particular specialty, if you will, so to speak, where they focus on certain things in Freemasonry, certain specific pieces of knowledge, if you will, using Freemasonry as a tool to teach you those new things. So the 33rd degree that you mentioned is specifically a part of the Scottish Rite. To achieve that, you would have to first be a Master Mason, and then you would petition your local Scottish Rite Valley to become a Scottish Rite Mason. And rest assured, by the time you receive your Master Mason's degree, you will know some Scottish Rite Masons, and it would not be too surprising to me that on the day of you being raised to being a Master Mason, that somebody says to you, hey, if you ever think about joining the Scottish Rite, let me know. Well, so whenever you decide to do that, you could petition the Scottish Rite, and if they accept you, you would then go through the 4th through the 32nd degree in the Scottish Rite. So the Scottish Rite, those numbers, they include the first 3 degrees that you receive in the Symbolic Lodge, and then you receive 4 through 32. Now, after receiving the 32nd degree, which here in the United States, typically all of those you receive over the course of a weekend. So it's a very quick lesson that you get, very, very quick. It's not I don't know if it's different anywhere else in the world, but the degrees are communicated to you. You don't have to learn a proficiency and return that proficiency back like you do in the Symbolic Lodge. So you receive these degrees, and then after a period of time, if you distinguish yourself, you might be honored with the rank of what's called the KCCH, which is the Knight Commander of the Court of Honor. Okay. Then, after some time in that position, you might be invited to receive the 33rd degree, which is called the Inspector General honorary. In in using some more common vernacular in the Scottish Rite, when you get a 32nd degree, part of the regalia is a black colored hat, and so it's sometimes commonly called the black hats. When you receive the KCCH honor, you receive a red hat. And so they're just vernacularly called the red hats. In the 33rd degrees, they get a white hat, and you can see where this is going. But not everybody gets that. You really have to distinguish yourself over a period of many years, and there's a voting process that happens to determine who receives those. And I don't mean from the lower body, I mean from the higher body, who to invite up into that degree. So it's honorary, especially for the 33rd degree, the Inspector General honorary, for two different reasons. One, for being invited in, so it's an honor. You were recognized and invited into that group. And for the second reason, there's only one Inspector General. That's the person of the head of the Supreme Council. So he is the Inspector General, and all other 33rd degree Masons are Inspector Generals honorary. So I hope that explains that a good bit. But I have had quite a few 33rd degree Masons tell me that there's no degree higher than that of a Master Mason, the 3rd degree. Everything else is just an expansion on that, not anything above it. So I hope that makes some sort of sense to you. If you have any other questions about how that works, or about this question in general, then go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will do my best to answer it. And thank all of you for taking the time to watch the video. We'll see you next time.